Hello. Hello. Woo. Welcome.
Syphilis, testes, syphilis.
Okay, all right, we're ready. Actually,
are we ready to go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. LOUDdispatch.
Are we recording?
We are now recording. Hello and welcome to LOUDdispatch.
Hi, Loudies.
Hi, I'm Cheech. This is my main man, Mark, over here. Mark, who's sitting next to you over there?
This is the BEAV.
The BEAV! Special LOUDdispatch. Welcome to the BEAV.
Yes, Loudies. Welcome to the
How are
BEAV.
you, man?
You are what you eat.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Save a tree, eat a beaver.
That's where you got the nickname. Well, I'm
Yep.
just kidding. I made that up. I have no idea where you got the nickname.
I do, actually. Because he looked like Beaver Cleaver when he was younger.
Yeah.
Leave it to
Yeah,
Beaver.
that's exactly it. Yep.
Some kid looked at me.
He was the BEAV.
I always had to be home at 5:30 for dinner every
Yep,
day.
every day.
That's so funny.
So little LOUDdispatch history.
Love it.
Cheech and I each know BEAV from different time periods in our lives before we knew each other.
Yeah.
He knew
before-
him
yeah,
young, like up till middle school, from grade school through middle school.
Yep.
I knew him in high school and up.
Yeah.
And at one point in time in our friendships, we all were together, and it clicked in them that they knew each other. And it was actually a really cute moment to see. I was trying to think of a better word than cute. It was adorable. It was adorable. Yeah. So that's how we are. Actually, all friends, separately and together.
So what's even weirder about that whole situation is around the time that like you and I would have like been starting at different schools, right? Was around the same time that Mark and I actually met. Because I was like
ninth grade.
Yeah, it was between 8th and 9th
literally
grade.
a switch of high school.
Yeah,
to high
like,
school. Yeah,
that's when I was like.
I got a
around.
few years on him, so I was a junior, I think, when you came in. I'm 2 years above
right.
you. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's how long. Like
This is the last year of my 30s, guys. By the way, it's like.
that's
What a hell of a
funny.
decade. I got to tell you, I look back at the end of every decade, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
That's why I get these tattoos. Each sparrow is a decade I've been alive.
Oh my god.
And
how many more do you think you're gonna get?
I plan to get 9 total, because when I'm 90, I'm going to get one right here on my neck.
Okay.
Yeah, that's going to be the thing.
If you make it to 100,
That's why when I'm 90, who the fuck cares? You know what I mean? We'll have a president with a neck tattoo by then.
Wait, what's trashier though? Like Mark with a sparrow on his neck, or when he reaches 100 and realizes that he has to go higher?
Yeah, right.
Oh, straight up forehead when I'm not. Actually, I'll just go right on the top of my head.
It'll be like
Shitting.
It'll be like a LOUDdispatch, like episode 1,500.
No, we'll be way past that at the rate we're going.
Yeah, that's
my
true.
grandmother just turned 99. How about that shit?
99.
Yeah. How about that shit?
Christ.
Yeah.
What's up, Eric?
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
She's a fucking tank too. So
Bro.
I know, man.
But like,
I'll be happy going to my early 80s. I think that's kind of like.
When you think about like how old you are right now, right? Like, and this is like because like, I have like such a small child right now. It makes it kind of relevant. Like to her, right?
Yeah.
She's going to be 3. So when you say give me 1 minute. 1 minute to a 3-year-old
is a lot longer,
right? Because they only have 3 years to compare everything in life, and they don't even remember like the first few months. So it's like this short time period is like when they have of like memories, and like you like have like this is your last year in your 30s, right? So you're gonna be 40. So
it's moving a lot quicker.
That's why they say as you get older, like time moves faster, and it's because you just have more time to compare it to. So
it all
like,
starts to blend together. Is what he means.
Yeah.
You forget parts of it too.
Well,
like
that could
decades.
be from a lot of things. A lot of
So
things.
let's
for sure.
Let's get BEAV involved here.
Yeah.
All right. So we need a question.
Oh, well, let's start off.
Or I could start off with a news story, but I feel like we'll talk through that more.
No, let's start off with.
We're gonna start off with a question.
We're gonna start off with a Pittsburgh question here.
Pittsburgh question.
All right,
Shit.
BEAV. Here we go.
You're born and raised here, so
Yeah.
you know.
What is this, like trivia?
No.
It's
These are
personal, like personal.
These are personal.
We can do
questions.
trivia if you want. I mean, fuck.
I'm fucked on that.
These
shit.
are personal
do
Pittsburgh
it.
questions. Ready? This is how this is gonna go. What's the most Pittsburgh thing you do? Yeah, right? Yeah.
Probably my accent.
Ah.
I got that thick ass accent.
You
Everybody
do.
always says.
You do have a really thick
It
Pittsburgh
was like, yeah,
accent.
you're talking like a mouthful of rocks.
Nope. What are you gonna do, y'all? I kind of put yours more towards like
Horrible in the mouth technique.
Western though. Like you have, I don't know.
Wild
Like I have a
Wild
cousin.
West.
You know my cousin John Reynolds, right?
We're not. But
I should have said that.
Not
but
talking vernacular though. Like that's what you think. Like the most Pittsburgh thing is.
Yeah,
probably
everything else
accent.
is
I would
normal to me.
imagine. Well, but that's you got to look outside of
That's what I'm
yourself.
saying. Like outside of the spectrum. Like what do you think? Like what?
It would be the accent, though. I get it.
Yeah,
like,
I
that's
can
the
see that. I
First
can see
thing
that.
and the main thing someone's gonna like. When I go out, I don't think I
Yeah.
have a thick accent.
Yeah.
And when I do, like when I go out of state, people are always like, "God damn!" Like I'll tell them, "Oh, Pittsburghese," you know, and they're like, "Yeah, we know. Stop talking."
It's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
It's
Shut
pretty
the fuck up.
Pretty goddamn obvious. Yeah.
So I don't know. Fuck it.
No, I'll give you that. And that actually leads into like the second question that I have, which is, if you think about it, right? Like, what's one really Pittsburgh thing that you do that you didn't realize was a Pittsburgh thing? Think about that for a second. Go ahead and ponder that.
Pondering.
Like I'm assuming that you've been outside of Pennsylvania before, correct?
Me, yeah.
Okay, so
No.
what is? Hey, man, I'm just saying.
Sadly, there are people that haven't even left Pennsylvania.
Yeah, like what is one thing that you do that's very Pittsburgh that you realize is very Pittsburgh, but it's like so common to you. You know what I mean? Like when you go someplace else,
It's like
they
a cookie table at a wedding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
You know, yeah, I figured
just
you
trying
did
to think.
actually, but no, like that's mine. Cookie table at a wedding is a big thing. You know, I know we've talked about that here
I
before.
just had that whole conversation this week too. That's
I love it.
crazy. But BEAV.
Yeah, I don't know.
We could have prepped them with the questions. Beav is not an on the spot kind of guy. You know what I mean? The news
cool.
story should work better for this, but yeah, questions are. It's one of those like,
I mean, cookie table is a weird one. Like saying like buggy, you know what I mean? Like gum band, like those. Are
yeah.
that's a
like-
big one. You
yeah.
know, the vernacular.
Yeah, but again, that goes back to vernacular as well, too. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I guess like another thing would be like the Pittsburgh bathroom. So like,
Oh yeah,
if
we
you
talked about
guys-
that too on here.
Yeah, there's a
party.
thing called a Pittsburgh pisser. Okay, and BEAV, do you know about the Pittsburgh pisser?
Yeah.
Okay, do you know the origins?
Yeah, it was just for like the miners like, when they come home.
Yeah.
Get washed up and all that downstairs before they went upstairs.
Yep.
Right,
Yep.
exactly.
Bring the dirt in the basement, motherfucker.
Or not miners, the mill workers.
The mill
Well, both. Those miners too. We had
Yeah.
tons of miners. you
Yeah,
know,
we had all
Yeah.
kinds of shit going
Bethel
on. here.
Park, big mining town
Yeah.
back in the day. You know, the whole South Hills of Pittsburgh. Like, you know, we're in a basement. We're probably less than 100 feet above a mine shaft.
Yeah.
You know,
Like people have like nice bathrooms in their basement. Okay, we're not talking about that.
No, yeah, it's not a bathroom in a game room or like near the bar
No,
or something.
That's
This
just like
is-
this
a
is like-
shitter with a curtain around it.
No, if you're lucky to have a curtain around it, typically it's just a shitter on like a concrete stand.
And then there's like a
You know?
spigot somewhere that somebody
All right.
has shaved off.
Here's one for you. What is the weirdest Pittsburgh potty you've ever seen?
Yeah, that's.
There's one for you.
Have you ever
so,
seen a urinal in somebody's house?
no, but I would love that.
That's what I'm saying.
No, here. So
That would be a new one.
we used to record with Tommy, right? And in his basement,
Yeah.
right? Remember
Yeah.
that thing?
Yeah.
He had this bathroom in his basement, this Pittsburgh potty. It was up, like the commode itself was on like a 3-foot tall
Like pedestal.
concrete pedestal.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
What
yeah.
the fuck? Like this thing was
What
so
is this?
high up
Why?
there. And it's not like it came way out. Your feet dangled off of this fucking thing. Like
yeah.
you had to tuck them back around the side of it and like lean because
straddle it.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
legs went to sleep in 2
Yeah.
minutes. You know. Oh, that was the worst. That was probably the worst one I've ever seen.
You actually took a shit at Tommy Minzak's house?
Hell yeah,
Damn, bro.
dude. We would spend days there. You know what I
I
mean?
mean,
Like,
I feel you on that, but like, I just don't know that I could drop a deuce at somebody else's house like that. Like,
I
just
dropped
like,
deuces at your house before.
That's fine though. We're friends. Like,
Well, Tommy was
I'm
a
saying-
friend at the time.
Yeah,
you know?
I guess you could say that.
I mean, I would still consider him a friend. So
Yeah,
we don't talk anymore. But I mean, if I saw him, it would be cool. You know.
yeah. I mean, I get you. All right, why don't we get to a news story here?
News
Mark?
story. Beep, 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 beep. Hang on.
So Beav, typically we have these
Reload.
like, these news stories on, and they're like, we don't. Yes, we do.
Hey.
We go out of our way to look for the most ridiculous news stories out there. So, if anybody out there, by the way, while we're talking about it,
Yeah, so Lighterbro.com. I'm about to demonstrate. You hook it on. You got the little lip here. You hook it on.
Mark just showed me
You
this.
roll it, and boom, bottle's open.
the
Lighterbro.
most innovative thing I've seen.
Code LOUD, 20% off at Lighterbro.com. And you can go to
Amazing.
Fat Ass Glass, too.
Fat ass glass.
Get your glassware.
Get your Big Becky.
Code LOUD for 10% off. Get yourself a Big Becky.
Get yourself a mystery box. It's a lot of
Mystery
fun.
box, yeah. Check out episode, what was that,
Get you
26?
a dab rig. Get you a weed rig.
Yeah, get you a nice glass pipe.
They even have adult, like, did you see on that site, they have, like, if you go to fatassglass.com, they also have, like,
Dildos?
adult mystery boxes. Yeah. Swear to God, bro.
Hey,
Where, like,
damn
you
right.
get, like,
You know what's
lube
funny
and
though is like, do they
dildos.
sell that stuff or do they like go out in the store and
No,
buy it when you give them the money?
I don't know, man. I don't
Do
know.
they stock it or are they like, oh fuck, we got one of these again. We gotta go to the sex store. You know?
Wait.
Put in a special request.
Wait, can you bring up 3 purple dildos, a pink one, and one of the rocket ships?
And a bong.
Yeah. We also need
Bong.
4 bottles of lube, 3 bongs, and some wick tape.
Wick
You're like-
tape.
And, like, oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
God.
okay.
Yeah,
Black bag
anyway.
to carry it out in.
Yeah. Non-discreet packaging. All right, so cops raid cannabis farm. Find Bitcoin mine instead. Dun dun dun. Police in the UK thought they were raiding a pot farm, but instead found a Bitcoin mine, allegedly stealing power. So they were basing this on the amount of power it was sucking. Just so those of
Right,
you
right.
are aware, you got to watch how you're using power. You know.
Well, because you have to run lights. Like if it's a real grow facility, like they're running a lot of electrical lights. They're running
Oh yeah,
a lot of, like, you know,
a lot of heat, a lot of power.
a lot of power. Right.
That's something that, you know, not that this, I'm not going to give away anything, but like one thing that I've heard people say is that you start it at Christmas time.
Yeah.
Because the spike
it
in
makes
power
more
is
sense.
explainable.
Yeah.
You know, things like that.
Yeah. But anyway, so that's they saw this like spike in like power consumption, and they were like,
How is it? So it was
gotta
a
be a
legal
road.
Bitcoin mining operation, though.
yeah.
So the West Midlands police announced Thursday that it had uncovered an illegal Bitcoin mining operation in what was originally supposed to be a raid of a suspected cannabis farm. Dun dun dun.
That's so weird.
The raid of the industrial site originally occurred on May 18th, my birthday, in Sandwell, a borough near the city of Birmingham in the UK. It came during the... Oh, it might be illegal in the UK, but I don't think in
hold on.
America it is.
Wait, BEAV, real quick. So, what if this Bitcoining mine that they found was actually the vault for where people buy weed on the black web, and like they store their Bitcoins in that, and that's how they like got wind of like this might be a grow operation, and then they find it.
No, it was the power surge.
No, I get it, but you know what I'm saying? But like that's what I'm saying. Yeah. But I'm just saying, in a different universe, what do you think?
My thought, what if there's really a pot farm there being hidden by a Bitcoin mining
that would
farm?
be, that
You know
would
what
be
I
the
mean?
other one too. Yeah. Like
Boom. Depends on which one's worth more criminally, I guess. But yeah, you should, if you're going to start your own little grow thing, start it to Christmas time. For Jesus.
we're giving it
Jesus.
For Jesus.
just in case.
In the name of Jesus.
I actually don't like any of these. Sorry, hang on. Okay.
Well,
Fuck.
Mark's
Go ahead.
dying. I'm gonna go ahead.
I don't know what that was about.
Yeah, yes you do. Big Becky does.
Big Becky.
Anyway.
Big Becky. You know Big Becky too?
I met her.
Oh, we know what that means.
Yep. The BEAV has met Big Becky.
Big Becky.
At any rate, I think you've pretty much done this, but do a Yinzer accent. Just say something in
A Yinzer accent?
Yeah.
Right there
down
was
there
a
on the
Yin-
south side.
Down there on the side, Yinzer accent. That's
Downtown.
straight up Yinzer. He was like, a Yinzer accent?
Yeah,
Like, it doesn't get more authentic than that, people.
No, that was actually pretty good.
That was
I'm gonna go ahead and just roll that into my next question here for you. Like, in all honesty, so being from Pittsburgh, what is your favorite thing about Pittsburgh? About this city?
I don't know. I guess.
Take a second.
I mean, I don't even go in the city.
No, but I'm saying
Like
like
the area
about
all around.
yeah,
Yeah.
like the surrounding.
like one of my answers was like I just love the way the roads are are created
Terrible?
around here. No, like the way they wind.
Fucking horrible.
They are pretty-
the way they're
really bad.
laid though, like the old cart and horse path. Or horse and cart paths. They
Like
were.
all
Yeah,
the
I said
brick
that
roads?
backwards. No, like our roads were designed around where the horses used to drag the carts around the hills and stuff. So
Right.
like our roads wind around with the you go somewhere else and it's like they cut right through that shit. Like
Yeah.
we want straight roads. Ours was
Straight
like
development.
they just
Yeah.
kept developing the same path up to a road and then built houses off of it. And,
Yeah.
And so like I love the fact that like it tells a story the way our roads are laid.
Even
you know?
like I think I brought this up before, but like to give you an example, right? Like one of my
I.e.
things is like if you're standing on the waterfront and you look at Homestead, like going up the hill, there's literally like you can see each road going up the hill, which is why they call it like the valley, right? Like because when you go across the Homestead High Level Bridge, like you're going up another hill. So you come down and go up, like you're literally in a valley. And when you look at like going up the hillside in Homestead, you see these streets. And during the mill period, there was a bar and a church on either side of the street. And that was all the way up. So you would go to church on Sunday, but you would drink at the bar all week long. And most people don't know this, but there was, like with the mill, there was actually a store. So like if you had a family, you could go to the mill store and put stuff on your husband's paycheck.
Not only that, but the mills actually paid you in what's called scrit.
Yes.
You weren't paid in American currency here. You were paid in a form of payment that only that mill accepted.
Yes.
And they owned the store, and so you had to spend your money in their store.
It's like when you go to a casino and you put money in a machine and it just gives you tokens. Like you can't
So-
just go to a like.
For all the people that worked at the mill, all the mill had to buy for them with real money was the groceries that they bought.
Yeah.
That's all the mill
Yeah.
actually had to pay for.
Yeah.
All those workers did not make an actual gold or silver-backed wage.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was
right.
solely like, take an Italian sausage, cut it up into a bunch of fucking discs, and start paying people with it. That's what it is. Only
yeah.
difference is you can actually eat that.
Yeah.
So that was about the value of it. So that's pretty kick-ass. Also, when you look up from the mills, where the mills were on the river, up the hill, one of the other things, if you're paying attention, you'll see how the houses get bigger and more extravagant higher up the hill.
Yeah.
And what that
farther
means,
down the
more
river,
more spaced out and everything.
Yeah.
What that shows you is that the lower paid people all lived lower down, closer to the dirty air in the mill, whereas the presidents and the bosses and the CEOs and everything,
Live
the owners
further,
live
yeah.
much higher up on the hill,
Yeah.
looking down on everything, but they were above the smog lines, and they had a lot more property and everything, and that's something like not even a lot of people notice that, you know?
Right. Why would you?
Yeah.
Yeah, like even the buildings downtown, like how you're saying how the houses get more extravagant.
Yeah.
So like downtown, when you walk around, everything's like that. It's like all the I don't know how to say it, like the different detail work.
Oh yeah,
Like
the old,
bricks and like the old ass buildings.
yeah,
Yeah.
I fucking love the architecture here in
Oh, yeah,
Pittsburgh.
man. That's what I
was getting at.
Pittsburgh was considered
Think of the word.
Yeah.
fuck. No, that's not what it was. The
The fuck. Yes. we were.
No, we were considered the corporate headquarters of the world at one point. We had so many corporations that had
That was like
headquarters here in America.
1931. Don't
Yeah,
fucking-
I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah, just Pittsburgh's a great old city, man. Looking at the architecture, gargoyles on the top of some of the old
Yeah,
buildings,
right.
and then some of the newer shit and the architecture and the newer stuff, like the PNC building's really cool and stuff. We have one of the best skylines, I think. When you're coming through one of the tunnels and you see the city and the skyline, it's very, very recognizable. I could pick Pittsburgh out of any
when you're
skyline.
coming around the
Yeah.
curve, when you're coming around the curve on 79 to 279.
Yes, that's one of the best also.
Like you just like you're just like in the middle of like brush and like a little patch of like town here, a little patch of town here,
Yep.
a little patch of town here, and then you're just like big fucking city, like you know what I mean, like
Yeah, and I love good.
I was coming home from the Florida 2 years ago or so, and it was the first time I flew. So we were coming home. When we were coming home from there, our plane went over Pittsburgh, like turned over top of it. So I got to see out the window.
Yeah.
Stare. I could watch. We were like coming up the Mon, like every here and there. I was like, I know where I'm at.
Yeah, like
Then all of a sudden, I was like,
I find it
right
very
down here.
hard to pinpoint where I'm at on a plane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Unless I saw the city. Once I
Yeah.
saw the city, I would know the direction. But like when I've looked out and like I could see all the like houses out in what would that be? That's like the east, but it's Coriopolis and stuff. You know,
Oh, yeah.
like you're flying over all that, and like you're there, but like I can't pinpoint anything. You know, that's what I hate. I'm not a huge fan of flying. I'm usually fucked up when I'm flying, so I like to take Klonopin or something, you know, anti-anxiety medicine.
Honestly, I can't even tell you the last time I flew. But like realistically, though, I
flew
feel
last year. It was fun.
I have a very
fucked
good
up.
friend of mine, Kyle. You know who you are, K Wild. And K Wild is actually like a ridiculous like pilot. Like he's he's like a pilot, but like he's a commercial pilot, but he's also like a commercial pilot that teaches commercial pilots to get their license. Like he's like up there, like worked his way up from like mechanic to like head mechanic to like now this is what he does for a living is like fly around the world and like and like
That ain't a bad gig.
No, right?
in all honesty, you have a better chance of getting in a car accident and getting killed or maimed that way than you do with a plane.
But see, that's also a law of numbers. I mean,
exactly. But like realistically, like
no, I get it, but the chances that number, I mean, I agree with it still, but the number is skewed based on the amount of planes that fly versus the amount of cars on the road in a day.
bro, but it's
You
real.
know?
Like
No, but I get it. It's a lower ratio. Statistically, it's a lower ratio.
Yeah.
You're saying one's like 1 to 10, the other one's like 6 to 10. You know, but
oh, dude.
what I'm
it's
saying
way different
is-
than that.
But
No.
no, that's
Dude, you know how many car accidents happen every day?
yeah.
Versus how many plane accidents happen every day?
You know how many cars are on the road every day versus how many planes fly every day?
Yeah, actually, why don't you go ahead and Google that? Ask Siri. Go ahead.
Hey Siri,
Just get
how many
real.
cars drive in America a day? We're gonna do some math here.
Okay, I found this on the web for how many cars drive in America a day. Check it out.
You fucking turd. She never does right by me. I want real numbers, not 87%. 1.1 billion trips a day. So
right.
figure 1 billion cars a day.
Okay, Google. Roughly how many planes fly every day?
According to Gay Travel, U.S. commercial flight carriers are currently conducting about 5,670 passenger flights daily. Roughly 100,000 flights take off and land every day all over the globe.
So, 1 billion to 100,000.
Yeah, that's not that far.
No.
What are you guys fucking nuts? Not that far. I mean, there's sarcasm in there, right? Did I miss the sarcasm tag?
Yeah,
Okay.
you did.
I was gonna say fuck y'all. You know?
My point being is that there's like, so when you fly, the only reason that you hear about any plane accident, and you even hear about the smallest stuff too, like, oh my god, a plane lost a wheel at the, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Let me show. Okay, so on average, there are 16,500 car crashes in America per day. So 1 billion divided by, I don't even know if my calculator goes to 1 billion. Hang on.
bro, you get a smartphone, your phone better go to, your calculator better go to 1 billion. I'm just saying.
Nope, it goes to 100 million.
Wow.
So, but let's do that. Divided by 16,500. Actually, I could probably get rid of one of those and it would work. But let's do that anyways. God damn, I don't even know what that number is.
What
I don't understand how to convert that.
What were you doing?
I don't know what you were just trying to accomplish there.
I don't know. So the numbers of
Okay.
cars per day
They get into accidents.
versus car accidents
Yeah,
per
we
day,
just had numbers. We don't need,
and
like,
the amount of planes per day
Yeah.
versus plane accidents per
Right,
day.
right.
So I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the amount of plane accidents per day is less than the car accidents in a ratio form.
Okay, Google.
Oh Christ, this isn't
How
gonna
many
work.
plane crashes?
God,
are
luckily
there
no
a
one
day?
listens this far in.
Google Wars.
I found these results.
Fuck you, Google. What'd you find? Come on. Bitch.
That's what I'm looking for. Let's see here.
I was calling her a bit.
Yeah, Big Beggy. Actually, there's not like. Okay, Google. How many plane crashes are there a day?
Here's what I found on the web.
Doesn't really help.
You suck.
In 2018, there were 556 crashes total.
So that would be about 1.5 per day.
Yeah.
So that is a higher percentage, I'll bet, than the...
What, 16,000?
Yeah, 16,000 out of 1 billion versus 1.5 out of 100,000.
Yeah, but like, you got to think that I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, who cares?
Whatever. Let's move on.
If you're still listening, thank you.
Yeah.
Why don't you hit that like and subscribe button? Because you're either crazy or you actually like us, or you know us, and you probably should have hit it like a year ago.
A while ago, yeah.
Luckily, hey, we're still giving away this fucking chair.
Yeah.
We'd make beef stand if we had to, but nobody listens long enough to fucking grab it.
Yeah, for real, the Pittsburgh
And
parking
any of our
chair.
guests don't get it, so
Yeah,
you
nobody
know.
gets it. Nobody cares. Nobody.
Yeah.
It's all good. We get that. We're doing this for fun.
Woo! Oh, we need a news story
Yeah,
about that.
that's what I was gonna. Thank you. Thanks. B,
I read some.
B, where were you on that one, man? We could have got him out of that.
All right,
way
this
longer.
one's dick. Neighbor slam. Hang on. I accept. I don't know what that means.
The cookies.
Oh shit!
You
No,
just
I don't know what
signed
that
some
is.
kind
Go
of privacy
away.
agreement.
Okay. Neighbor slammed after complaining about pregnant woman's loud vomiting.
Wow, like you gotta be a dick to
Yeah,
complain about
what
that.
a shithead. And I mean, honestly, I haven't heard.
I mean,
that's
like-
gotta be some loud vomiting.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how loud does a
I'm
normal
loud,
person
and no one's
vomit?
ever complained besides my wife.
Well, not only that, but like if you're hearing this daily, right? Like you're a neighbor and you're hearing violent vomiting for like days on end.
to the
and
point
you-
where you gotta call the police.
right, like, and you haven't like already gone over there and been like, hey.
Need help?
Are you okay? Like, and her be like, no, I'm
Can
pregnant.
I
like,
get you something like a muzzle?
yeah, like, please, can you shut the fuck up? Like, you know what I mean? And she could be like, I'm pregnant. And
Well, he had to have
instantly.
seen her at some point, like walking in her
You
out or
would
something,
think, right? Like, okay, continue.
or knows her. So, anyways,
Yeah.
it's so a pregnant woman took to Reddit to ask what she should do after her neighbor told her that she would make it's a girl, that she would make a formal complaint to their apartment complex manager about her loud puking. I didn't realize it was a woman that did the complaining. Have a little sympathy.
It makes more sense.
My thought is she doesn't have kids and is pissed off that she can't or something. I'm just saying. I'm just making an assumption there.
Wow.
I think any woman that has had children
But that just
would be
changed-
cool about it.
It just changes
Sorry.
the whole scope of that story, though. Like with that one sentence there,
It does.
right?
I thought it was a man, and I was thinking like, you insensitive fuck.
Okay, so continue.
Hang on, what are we skipping ad for? A mom to be has spoken out about her moaning neighbor. Oh, she moans after they complained that she was throwing up too loudly. In an anonymous post on Reddit, the woman who lives in an apartment building explained that since falling pregnant, that's a fucking weird way to say it.
Pregnant?
She
this
fell and
like
got pregnant?
like a disease or something? Like,
She fell and got pregnant. Watch out, ladies. There's a lot of sperm going around out there.
yeah, it's all going to the moon.
Yeah, most of it's gone to the moon, but what they left behind is just floating around. So falling pregnant, she has experienced a bit of morning sickness, which on occasion causes her to throw up multiple times a day. Okay, makes
As is
sense.
tradition, right?
She said, my neighbor knocked on my door and said she could hear my loud puking all the time. And she has a gag reflex when she hears people throwing up. She said she has almost thrown up after hearing me. Who the fuck cares? Turn your music up. Let the woman be pregnant in peace. That's a hard fucking thing to do, ladies. Mad respect.
Yo, what?
So her neighbor asked her if she could run water, play music, or turn on her bathroom fan before she's sick. Do it yourself. Let her be fucking sick. She's pregnant.
She's gonna be like, "Hey, I'm throwing up.
Yeah.
Turn your radio up real quick."
Could you knock 3 times on the ceiling with your broom? I'll turn my radio up. I'm not even going to read the rest of that. I'm pissed off at this lady. You dirty
That just cracks me the
wench.
fuck up
Christ.
right there. Like,
Yeah.
in all honesty, like
Oh, poor lady.
that makes me feel so bad. Like,
Whoa, sorry.
we might have to pause this for a second because I just realized you only got me one beer.
Dun dun.
Dun. Ready for a pause?
You ready?
And we're back.
Are you ready?
We're back.
Are you ready? We're ready.
Let's
We're back.
get it on.
You didn't even know we were gone.
Big John. Big
You
John.
didn't even know.
That's-
Big
that's-
Becky.
Yeah, oh my God. One day you guys are gonna meet Big Becky.
Big Becky.
One day we're gonna introduce you to Big Becky right here on the show. Big Becky's gonna be the special.
You know how Big Becky? You know how Big Becky sounds.
Yeah, she a hoe.
Oh, show.
She's made around. She's definitely been around.
She's definitely been around. She's
Get
definitely been
around, rock it around.
So, with that being said, let's get into the final question that I have here, and then we'll get into a news story.
I got a question.
What? Go ahead.
How many pancakes can you fit in a 3-wheeled canoe while the dog is asleep in your bed?
Why do you have a 3-wheeled canoe is my first question. My second question
Sounds
to
fun.
The answer.
It does.
The answer is 10.
10 pancakes.
That's a big dog.
No, 10 3-wheel canoe. Oh, I forgot the question. Sorry. Go ahead.
It was like,
Tangent. Sorry.
how many pancakes
I wasn't really here.
3-wheeled canoe while the
Wait,
dog is
where are we?
Am I missing something?
I
here?
think I screwed the joke up from the beginning, but it's.
I'm pretty sure you did.
It doesn't matter.
It's all right.
It came
It's
out.
okay.
Nailed it.
It came out. Nailed it.
Well played. Well played.
Okay.
All right, so my final question to you, BEAV, known each other for a long time here. What's your favorite attraction? Or, like, I'm going to go ahead, and since you've been around this area for so long, like I have, what's your favorite, like, memory of, or, like, place that you remember, or place that you still go to, you still frequent? What's your
Favorite Pittsburgh
attraction?
pastime. How about that?
Yeah.
Pastime.
Pastime.
That way, it
yeah.
could be an event. It could
Whatever.
be something your family did that was kind of Pittsburgh
Yeah.
based. Like it could be whatever. It could be a fucking toy.
Anything.
4th
of July party, whatever.
It could be the goddamn pierogi
I'd say
race
like
at the
the-
baseball game.
Vintage Grand Prix. That's always a good
Oh
one.
yeah,
That's coming up.
good
Oh,
call. The
What?
vintage Grand
Vintage
Prix.
Grand Prix.
Yeah,
That's always
yeah.
a good one.
Yeah, dude, that's
But-
great. Lots of little expensive cars race around
Yeah.
on the.
I know they didn't have it last year, but I
No.
don't know if they're doing it this year. Or
I
not.
bet they.
Have
I
you
would
ever
hope
been?
so. Oh yeah.
Oh, you go?
Oh, a lot. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Check
He
all
does,
the
like-
races and everything.
He does all like the derbies,
Does
demolition derbies and
Yeah, those are
shit.
good
Yeah,
times.
Oh,
I want to go this
yeah.
year to one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
I'd-
watching them.
Bro, I'd love to go to one.
I want to enter one. I'm telling you, man. We
No.
can get
I've been trying to get people
No.
together to do it for.
I'll do it in a heartbeat. You
Yeah.
kidding me? Get in a car and hit other cars with it?
That's exactly the whole
Fucking
point.
right.
You're just
Yeah.
getting into multiple car accidents, bro. Like,
I'm in.
I want to do that.
I'm in.
Bro,
I'm in.
I'm 37. I'm already falling apart. I don't need that shit.
I rolled an ATV recently.
That's
it was
exactly
awesome.
right. Oh, yeah, right. Then you
No,
walk with a
dude,
goddamn
I threw
cane.
my
Come
back
on.
was fucked up for fucking a week, dude. It was so funny too because I was not in this thing to go off road, and we were just traveling somewhere, and he finds a field and starts doing donuts, and I'm holding my beer in one hand, like not buckled in, no helmet, holding on to the other thing, and as we make a pass, I see this stump, and I'm like, oh, huh. I think we're gonna hit that. Wow! Like as I finished that sentence in my head, it was like whoop up on one end, and then I was just like, oh shit! Like it was all slow motion. Oh, this isn't good. Like hold on up here. I'm gonna grab up here. Okay, it didn't work.
I didn't realize. So what? Let me ask you this then. What would be like if you had a chance to race in one of like
Demolition Derby.
these? No, not even the demolition derby, but like, what was it? The
Grand Prix. The
Vintage
vintage
Grand
Grand
Prix.
Prix.
Yeah.
Vintage Grand Prix.
Obviously
What
not
would
that
be-
big of a Pittsburgh thing if he doesn't really know what it is.
No, I do know what it is. I'm just like
I'm
saying.
kidding.
What would be your dream car to drive in the Vintage Grand Prix?
Oh, definitely a Porsche 911.
From what year? Like a current one?
Would it be the froggy looking ones?
Yeah.
You like the
Yeah.
froggy ones?
Right.
Oh, I know. So one of my old bosses had one from Germany. Like he went and picked it up in Germany and stuff. Oh, sweet. But
Must
Yeah,
be
they always
nice.
have one as a pace car that runs around with the during the races. Like when the pro like they do like practices all week and then the finals are on Sundays.
like I don't know. Like they don't race cars like the GT40 and stuff, right?
No.
I mean, that's
I
like
don't
a
think-
200
no,
some
no,
mile an
no,
hour
no.
car. You know,
Yeah.
that's like what's the big races? Did anybody see Ford versus Ferrari?
No.
It is an incredible movie. Absolutely incredible. I'll tell you right now, watch it. I was fucking like butthole tight, giddy fucking watching this thing. But anyways, that car could do 214 miles an hour back in like the 60s. But the Le Mans, that's the one with the 24-hour race.
Yeah.
No, like I would want something like maybe an old Lotus or
Yeah.
Are you talking about the Cannonball Run?
no, Cannonball Run's different. So there's the Le Mans, there's a Daytona, and there's another race. They're all 24 hours long, and it's the races that like Ferrari did, and that's why Ford built the GT40. They wanted to buy Ferrari Racing, and Ferrari Racing didn't want to sell to America. They sold to Fiat instead, but they used America to raise the price, and so Ford got pissed off at Ferrari, and so he built a car. He used Carroll Shelby, and I forget the other driver's name, the other mechanic driver.
Beav, are you privy to this, or are you hearing this for the first time too?
Hearing it for the first time too.
Okay.
And so they built the GT40 to beat Ferrari in the 3 races, and they beat them in 2. And they didn't. You have to watch it. I'm not going to give it away. I didn't actually give it away.
Do they have the same driver for 24 hours straight?
No. They switch off every like 3 hours or something. There's like 2 or 3 drivers.
There's a lot of drivers.
Yeah, no, it's regulated, but like you're doing 200 mile an hour for like 3 hours, and so it's partially about the drivers, but it's mostly about can that car handle a 24 hours at top performance. So it's an incredible movie. You got to watch it and then talk to me.
With that being said,
because I learned it all from the movie.
Before we get into the news story, Beav, real quick, say you're in this 24-hour race, right? You're getting ready to start your first 3-hour drive, right?
I'm rubbing one out.
You get in the car, you do your first like hour, and then you realize that you have to piss like a racehorse. What do you do?
They're actually wearing catheters.
Really?
During those races. Yeah, like NASCAR and shit. No, dead serious. NASCAR and shit.
Really?
They're wearing that. Yeah, they have catheters in.
Fuck that.
How do you think those guys race for 5 hours without taking a piss?
That is
They're not.
crazy.
They're not hydrated. I mean, they're hydrated and shit. They have catheters in. Hey Siri, do NASCAR drivers have catheters in? Get that too, bitch.
The Toyota Save Mart 350 will be held on Sunday.
Oh yeah, goddamn! This is one of our segments. How stupid is Siri?
Really?
More or less, it's an accidental segment.
It doesn't work.
Hey Siri, what the fuck? You're an idiot. Do race car drivers? That's not nice. You didn't even say it, you twit. Do NASCAR or race car drivers have catheters in? You got that same thing. Go away.
Anyway, my point being was that let's get to the news.
So I answered your
here.
question. They don't really care. They just it sucks it out. So here's one for you. This is like actual kind of real news. Because everything else we talk about is just bullshit news.
This is gonna be.
This is on Vice. This is
gonna be final thoughts too, by the way, because this is gonna lead us out tonight.
Catholic Church shocked at discovery of remains of 215 indigenous children, but takes no responsibility. Let me read that again.
Yeah, double read that.
Catholic Church shocked at discovery of remains of 215 indigenous children.
Wait, what?
But takes no responsibility.
Are Christ fond
Is
of
that
kids?
not the fucking Catholic Church in a nutshell anyways? Shocked and takes no responsibility. All in one sentence.
Are we surprised? Are we
Yeah.
surprised?
So you get what we're saying here. They found 215 indigenous children within Catholic Church grounds. And
Their remains.
And
words,
they
they
take
were
no
dead.
responsibility for it. So let me read into this a little bit. So I actually read into this one earlier. There's also
Mark came
800.
prepared.
This is in Canada. There are almost 800 in Ireland right now, and there's more around the world they're finding. So indigenous leaders, community members, and allies are calling on Canada and the church to reckon with their racist legacies. Canada and the Catholic Church have failed to reckon with their legacy of residential schools, experts say, after a First Nation found the remains of 215 children buried under a former residential school.
Interesting.
Yep.
Beav, what are your thoughts on that, real quick, before you read on, Mark?
Oh, that's pretty crazy.
I mean, it's pretty crazy, but do you think it's out of like the realm of reality?
I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention.
So basically, they found dead baby remains underneath Catholic
Yeah,
buildings.
I heard,
Okay. I mean, there wasn't much more to that. Some of them are as young as 3. The ones in Canada or the ones in Ireland are actually like all young, 3 and younger.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to
It's
read.
only
So
a
this is
Catholic
actually really
school.
depressing. I don't know why we fucking came into this, but I'm not going to read any more of that. We're just going to basically talk about it because I don't put it past the Catholic Church to be killing and putting bodies underneath shit. I mean,
I don't put it past the
let me reframe this. Or let me change that. I don't blame the Catholic Church. I blame the people involved in it. The Catholic religion is not bad. People suck dick. Nobody's even listening, which is the best part about this.
No, man, like...
No, I mean, that's how I feel. Like, the religion itself has good roots or purposes. The people behind it are the ones that fuck it up. All ideals start great, but people are greedy, shitty people who look for power, who look for angles, who look for...
So this is your outlook, right?
This
This is how you approach people, right?
No.
I'm just... No, because...
Straight out the
No, I mean, I feel attacked.
Wait.
No, well, let me finish then. If you're going to ask that question, this is how I feel about people in power. You know how I am with people. I'm generally very positive and accepting of people and everything, but I do feel that positions of power change people, and I do think that there is natural sin in the world, and things like lust and greed and selfishness and stuff like that are always going to exist within every person, and there's a matter of acceptance that you have for it, and then there's a level that people, or a line that people cross, that you can no longer accept them as people.
All right, BEAV, final thoughts.
You know?
Have you seen Devil's Advocate?
That was my final thoughts.
I have
guess.
not.
With Keanu Reeves?
Oh, really? That was a
Al
good movie.
Pacino?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good movie.
man. Okay. All right.
Beer.
Well, then in that case...
Sorry.
In that case... What are your thoughts on this? As your final thoughts, what are your thoughts on this news article?
Like I said before, it's pretty crazy. I just really wasn't paying
And
attention.
this was Insight with BEAV.
Insight
The
with
deepest
BEAV.
you could get. I mean, were you raised religious?
Yeah.
Catholic?
Yeah.
Yeah, we all
What do you
were.
think of it now? I was not.
No, I don't follow
I was
it.
raised religious, but
I don't follow it.
okay.
I
Do you have any faith, or are you atheist?
Yeah, somewhat.
Okay.
Yeah.
You believe there's something, you just don't know what,
Yeah,
or
right.
what the purpose is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like there's a spark.
That's kind of
So,
agnostic, I guess.
when it comes to religion, right? Like I don't-
Agnostic is
I-
believing in something, you just don't know what. Really.
Yeah, right.
I don't think and this is my final thoughts here too, by the way. Like I don't think that anybody
Cheech.
I don't think that anybody sets out in a religion to be like a bad person. I don't. But I think that you get down this path somehow of like reading what is supposed to be like good and then taking it as like verbatim, not taking it
That's
as a
the
euphemism.
Pentecostal religion that I grew up in.
But that's all religions, because that's, you could take that spectrum. Like there are extremists that will, like, a holy war should never happen. That's
No,
not
I
a thing.
fully agree.
But it does, because there are extremists that believe that the word that they have been spoken is like the end all be all, and they use it not hypothetically but theoretically, like
Yeah.
like how it's like
Literally.
like
Yeah.
how it's interpreted, when in fact it's meant to be taken as like, hey, you know, this is like what you would do in this situation, like how you would interpret this, like but set in those times. So
I see, but that's the part that I blame on man. We
I
are
agree.
in religion's eyes, we are going to sin. That is
Yeah.
the point of being human, is we're not perfect.
right, well,
And
at least,
some
at
people
least in
some people strive for perfection in that aspect, other people strive for perfection in worldly ways, and that's the idea of, like, some people will get into religion just for that power aspect. Other people will get into it to do good. I'm not saying that all religious people are bad. I grew up with plenty that are great people. I also have met plenty that are really shitty people and wolves in sheep clothing. And so my thing is like, I don't judge people based on anything other than how you fucking act.
Yeah.
I don't care what you say. It's how you act.
That's it.
You can tell me you're going to help the public, but if you don't, then I'm not going to believe you. So anyways, that's my final thoughts.
Circling back to this
Woo!
story.
Fuck y'all. Actions speak louder than words.
Being raised in the Roman Catholic Church,
We got way too serious here, guys.
I don't.
Thank God you're not listening right now.
Thank who? Thank who?
God.
It depends on your religion, I guess.
I was just using the phrase.
You see what I did there?
Allah!
Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway. There's another one. Yeah, I didn't even realize that one.
Got you.
At any rate, listen. Loud Dispatch. This has been episode 36.
Yes.
He had to think.
36.
Yes,
I don't even remember anymore because I have some that
talked about it before.
we're literally actually finally backing, getting backed up with episode logs. Like, we're actually I just released 34, I think. So I'm happy. We have content to show.
Content.
And you know what's going to be even funnier is the longer I wait, the more far off this shit's going to be. And it's going to be like, it's not going to be relevant anymore. I'm going to be a whole other person a week from now.
Well, I mean, the UFO stuff did just get declassified. So
the most recent one's about aliens. Watch it. It's really good.
It's about the post. That one, you guys should really check out.
I like
Did you hear
aliens. Do you
about
believe in
it,
aliens?
Huh?
You believe in aliens?
Yeah.
No.
No?
You don't think there's aliens?
You don't think there's aliens anywhere?
I'm like a seeing is believing person.
Ah, well played. So blind faith does not play well with you.
If you can't touch it, it ain't there.
So where are your settings on Bigfoot and the Loch Ness monster?
No.
The Bigfoot is
If you're not a cryptozoologist, like I believe in Bigfoot.
Cryptozoologist?
No.
Oh, I believe in Bigfoot like a motherfucker.
What about Green Man?
No. Remember when we got in trouble? Oh, so Green Man's Tunnel, right? Real quick story. No one's listening, so I'm going to tell this.
Wait, before you even tell the story, real quick, Green Man's Tunnel is one of those, things.
Pittsburgh things.
No.
Well, it's a worldly
it's
thing.
Everything. There's a Green Man's Tunnel in every town. Go ahead.
Green Man got electrocuted, lives in the dark and shit. Okay, so there's a tunnel in South Park. There's one down in the drive-through tunnel called Corvette Tunnel, and then just above it, there's Green Man's Tunnel, which is where they store the salt to do the roads in that lower part of South Park.
Sure.
So, one night, we got BEAV, and a couple of us were in high school, late high school, I think. We have him down there in a ghost mask, some kind of fucked up mask, and it's pitch black, and as cars would come through, BEAV would walk across the street in the headlights, right?
No, you didn't.
Yes.
No.
Oh, it was so good. People would come creeping through the tunnel because you drive through it slowly, and he'd creep across in the headlights, and then he'd dip over the wall. There's a creek that runs through it.
Yeah,
he would dip over the wall and hide on the ledge, and the cars they'd just come ripping past real fast. It was so funny. So one of those cars happens to be a cop. And he had gotten a call about us doing it. And he stops at the tunnel and he yells at BEAV. He's like, "I know you're there." We all come walking out and had to deal with him. He was cool. He let us. He's like, "I know you're having fun." He's like, "You can't be scaring people like that."
Bro,
yeah, Green Man.
There's another one in West Mifflin too that so supposedly the guy worked at the Bettis plant and became genetically
nuclear.
Yeah, nuclear and glows green and died in the nuclear lab.
Yeah,
right, that's what I'm saying. And he walks across the path of the Green Man's Tunnel, right? It's an urban legend that is passed around in every city, in every state.
It does have roots, though. But if you could look up the real roots, there was a man who was electrocuted. His skin had actually turned more gray, and he used to walk at night down this one road. But I forget the city. It's not here.
Final thoughts, though. Episode 36
in the books.
BEAV, take us out, buddy.
What are we doing?
That works. Thumbs up.
Hey, now what was the guy that did it? He would be like. The guy from
I don't know.
Duck Dynasty.